Leo, this is your lunar eclipse tarot reading, and we are going to do a Celtic cross today just to get some different information for you. All right, let's jump right into this and get your oracle for Leo. Leo, lunar eclipse in Pisces. Here we go. What do we have? Ooh, Therese. She who is present. Now, awareness, acceptance. All right, present moment energy is what I'm getting with that, which is good. Very good. All hands on deck, right? Ooh, peace. This just flew out. Present moment, peace. It kind of makes me feel like Eckhart Tolle, right? Yeah. Present moment, peaceful energy. Nice. All right. Maybe this may not be how you feel. This is the energy that is available to you. Let's just say that, right? Could be what you need. Path of least resistance. Look at that. Choose ease and grace. That gives me a sun card feeling because the sun card is about things coming easy. I like that. Okay, so so far this looks pretty good. This could be what you should be striving for. All right, path of least resistance. And if you think about it, you know, the more you try to force something, something's going to break. That's how I feel about it. You know, don't force, allow. And that's something that can be difficult, especially for fire signs, because we tend to get really excited about things, want things to happen quickly, and it can be hard to kind of relax and just let things happen naturally. All right, Leo, lunar eclipse. I have to look and see what time, if we're going to be able to see that. Okay, you are in the Four of Swords. It's kind of a peaceful, resting energy. Once again, that may not be easy. All right, what's crossing? Four of Cups. Okay. Your subconscious, the Star. Ooh, Aquarius. All right, recent past, the World. Okay. Your current focus. Ooh, okay. Seven of Swords. Near future, Nine of Swords. All right, we'll get to it. All right. All right, how you feel? Knight of Cups. In your environment, Page of Swords. Hopes and fears, Four of Wands. And then in the outcome, we have the Seven of Pentacles. There is something happening here. Okay. Now, we could look at this a couple of ways here, Leo. You might be needing some R&R, some rest and relaxation, a recuperative period. You may not be in it. This could be calling for something that is needed, a timeout, basically. Because I'm looking at the clock here and the hourglass, the time turner, as I like to call it. Spirit is watching. Spirit is guiding. Spirit is there kind of on your shoulder, ready to assist. If you need help, ask for it. What's happening here is the Four of Cups. This is inaction. It's being dissatisfied, unhappy with something here, but not doing anything about it. Right? That's my issue with the Four of Cups. He's completely withdrawn. You know, not even trying anything. You know, feet up on the table, arms crossed. And hopefully this is just a passing energy. We have two fours here. And so it feels like this is probably what's prompting this energy of it feels like you just have to accept something for what it is. These cups here are what they are, and I feel like there needs to be acceptance that that glass of wine there is not going to turn into a piece of cake, or there's something here where it this needs to be accepted for what it is, whether it's people, situations, and then I feel like there needs to be a release here. Releasing control, meditation. This feels heavily on this meditation thing to find peace with this situation that, sometimes I feel the solution for the Four of Cups is to try something different, to try to make things out of what you already have. But that's not always applicable, right? It might be time to just go back to the drawing board, just to start over. If something's not working, it might be time to just take a time out, a break, get away from it. And sometimes that can be very helpful too, because we get too emotionally involved in these things, whether it was your choices in the past that you no longer identify with. There's something going on here. It's being very, what do you want to call it, cryptic in the message, because I think it applies differently to so many different people. But this definitely feels like a time out, a pause, somebody hitting the pause button. Let's rethink this. That's what I'm getting. Let's rethink this. In your subconscious, you have the star. This is healing energy. It's very positive energy. It's your hopes and dreams. It's your guiding light. And it's guiding you. It's very strong within you, this connection to spirit. And I feel like it's wanting you to choose this path of least resistance, of being in alignment with this energy right here would provide you the path of least resistance. There wouldn't be a struggle. So this kind of feels like expecting a different result. That's what it feels like here. And not getting what you're wanting. That's what it feels like. It's not what you expected. That's the feeling I'm getting there. There is something here that has ended, that has completed with the World card. Something that's done. I'm seeing this circle here and this circle here, and then we have another one here. This pathway, this portal, it's open. I think it opened for you probably fairly recently. I'm not sure that you've gone through it yet. It feels like there's hesitation here to let something go or to rethink things. I feel like this pathway, I feel like it's open still. It's waiting for you to go through it here, Leo. In your focus and what's on your conscious mind is the Seven of Swords. Strategy, thinking things through, and possibly overthinking. Because in the future energy here, we have the Nine of Swords. You could very easily, this doesn't have to happen, okay? This is saying near future could happen. It doesn't have to. So this is kind of, I don't really want to call it a warning, but just a heads up that, the card between them is the 8. The worry. And then it goes a step further, if you allow it. So the thing with the Seven of Swords here is she has disarmed her enemy so that she doesn't have to fight the battle. They don't have any weapons now to use against her. Very strategic. But look how she's carrying these swords. It's very precarious. It's not how one would want to do that. So there is this now energy, the awareness, the acceptance of a situation. But for some reason, if you can't let it go, this is going to happen. If you can't fully walk away, if you continue to let this situation, what happened, roll around in your mind and spiral, it'll take you down, Leo. That's what I'm seeing here. This lunar eclipse energy is here to assist you in letting this go. Because the 8 and the 9, they really are resistance, if you think about it. Because it's not letting go of something. It's, having the message just on repeat in your brain, the situation, not releasing it. So I think the message here is to find peace in this situation. For some of you, this feels, I hate to say the D word, this is about divorcing yourself from something. Taking with you your knowledge, what you've learned from the situation, just what you've learned, and really releasing the past. Seeing things differently now. Whew, wow. That's what I see there. And so this energy doesn't have to happen, this 9 of Swords. If you don't release and choose that path of ease and grace, this will come in like gangbusters. Because this is not peaceful, right? You got to choose the path of peace and really removing your emotional attachment, if you have some, to this disappointment or hurt or pain, whatever it is. My goodness. But I think you do release this, because in your feelings you have the Knight of Cups. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. And it could be this nightmare card is what you're leaving behind. This whole situation, I know it's near future energy, but this could just be representing how this whole thing felt for you, for some of you, okay? Because I feel like all the rest of these cards are so positive that you wouldn't backtrack into this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this card is coming out as a symbol of what you're possibly leaving behind. It was a nightmare. So we have the Knight of Cups being open to giving and receiving, which is, considering what is going on here, that's amazing. But that's good. That's good, because we don't want this situation here, whatever it was for you, to turn you into have a heart of stone. The point is to make you wiser and smarter, more knowledgeable about situations, people. So this is a good positive energy. Very good, especially after what you went through here. There's still a lot of hope here with this card. And this is saying that, guess what? You saved yourself. Because this is a knight in shining armor, but it's you. It's coming in to save yourself from this. You're like, nope, I'm choosing happiness and love and my heart's desire. This is making a choice. I like that. In your environment, you have the Page of Swords. learning, curiosity. The Page of Swords is also, I think pages are pretty brave, because they have to venture out into the world. So there's some bravery here with your environment. I think you're curious again going forward. Maybe I think you're could be learning something new now. Here's what it is. As you pass through this energy here and come into this healed energy with the Knight of Cups, it feels healed. You get to start anew with this Page of Swords. I feel like this is where in your environment you're starting on that new journey right here. In your hopes and fears, we have the Four of Wands. This is commitments and partnerships. There could be both hopes and fears in this category, depending on how this played out for you. Because this could have been a work thing. This could have been a relationship thing. And I say relationship, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friends. It could be family, whatever. But it could have had something to do with these commitments or partnerships. I feel like you're newly committed to something. Because we have the World card, we've got this young page here, and the curiosity. I think you're committed to abundance here. Focused on happiness and being well is what I just heard. This peace. I really like this. And some people sometimes call this like a finish line type energy. I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of fears in this department. I think you release things and let things go. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. And so in your final card here, Leo, I'll back up. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I think you're going to evaluate things more often. You're going to keep track of things more often. The Seven of Pentacles is like analyzing your resources and what you're putting your resources into and what you're getting back. I think you're going to be much more cautious about where you're putting your resources, your time, effort, energy, money, love, just all those things. This is Taurus energy. So I get this feeling that you're going to be a lot more accountable for things. Not that you're taking account, but I think you're going to be looking at things differently and like watching things more. Am I getting back what I'm putting in? This almost gives me a Six of Pentacles feel as well. Being careful and watching things to make sure things feel even and reciprocated is what I'm feeling with this Seven of Pentacles. It does encompass the six, if we think about it. I think you're dedicated to this prosperity, but not forcing it. I don't see this being forced anymore. If there was some type of force here. This looks good to me. I mean, especially with the struggle that we see here that some of you may have. Something that you may have wanted to not look at. Okay, let's look at we have gavel. Involvement with the law. This feels like law of attraction energy to me. And so it's that reminder that what we think about, we bring about. That's the law of attraction here. So this is that whatever is on your mind, that's what you're going to get more of. And we see a shift here. A big, huge shift from worry and worst case scenario to prosperity and, much more forward thinking. of what you're creating. Angel, there it is. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I think I said that at the beginning, that I felt that you have assistance here with the star, and then we have that little bird, the corvid here in the Four of Swords. I definitely feel that for you. And we have broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. That feels like that Four of Cups energy. Sometimes things, it's like not at the right time. It's that forcing things again. Like, we need that path of least resistance. If you're trying to make something happen so hard and you're pushing too hard and it's not ready, like the energies are not in alignment yet, that's what will happen. So it could be that it's not that this maybe isn't meant for you. It's just not right now. You know what I'm saying? So you might revisit something later on. But it's saying if you're struggling with this now, release it. It's not the right time. Choose ease. Because we have the law again. I'm going back to the law of attraction. If you're trying to get something here and you're wanting it really bad, but you're frustrated as heck that it's not happening when you want it to, that's the energy that you're sending out to the universe. And the universe is saying, hey, we see what you want. We want you to have it. We really do. But you gotta be in a more positive, accepting energy. That's what this reading feels like. It's because it may not be something that bad that happened to you. You have this star, you have this incredible potential here. It's really, really wonderful. It's meant for you. I feel like that's what this is saying. This is meant for you, but it's all in the approach to it. You know, really trying something, but it's just not working. I think because of that frustration here, that it's not happening when you want it. Your angels are here. They are wanting to assist you with this process. But it's more about being in the energy of what you desire, already being there. I know you hear this tons of times from law of attraction experts and things. It's about being that which you want to be, really being it, even if you don't see the immediate results around you. But that's what you got to do. You have to release that frustration in the process, because that's what holds a lot of people back, is the constant checking, you know, and noticing that circumstances in the now isn't there, right? So let me know if that makes sense to you in the comments below, if you're resonating with this, because that's what I'm getting. The doorway is open. It's open, but you got to be at peace to be able to go through it and to align with that future self that you already know is there. You know it's there. You can feel it. Allow it, right? That's what I'm feeling. Okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. So let me know if this resonated with you. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.